Just ignore the double countdowns, man. I don't know what was going on. I couldn't get it to not stop looping. But hello, my beautiful people. Hopefully you guys are having a great Sunday evening, and I welcome you to another Sunday Night Sesh. We got some homies in the back, so we're going to bring them right out so they can help me not mess up anymore. What is up, man? How you doing? What is up, Fox?
Countdown.
Dude, it's all I knew it was coming. I knew it was coming. Dude, I clicked unloop and it just kept going. I was like, do I just run this countdown like 5 more times and make them sit through it, or do I just end it? So
I thought maybe you had. What I actually thought, because I wasn't 100% paying attention to what was going online, I thought you had hit it and started counting down and realized you'd forgotten to go live, and then we're running it again when it live. That was my assumption at first, and I wrote, no, it's been live for more than...
Man, I don't know. Every time I do these, I feel rusty, but man, what are we on, week 22, 23 right now? You think I'd have it down. So let's...
I like that you keep count, you know?
Yeah, for sure. Let's get into the chat and see how these amazing people checking in at 10:33 a.m. Las Cruces, checking in at 1:28 p.m. Las Cruces, checking in at 5:08 p.m. Las Cruces. How you doing, my man?
That's how you make sure you're first.
Yeah, making sure he's on top of it. What is up? Phil's Treehouse. Awesome show every other Sunday at 4 p.m. Make sure you go check out. I think Mike's on next. Is Mike, are you on next week? Yes, sir. Yep. Cool. I got my facts straight. What's up, John? Hopefully you're having a beautiful day. What is up, Brian LCS? Hopefully you're having a beautiful day and feeling better, man. Make sure you guys go check out the CBCA Awards. I'm sure most people have voted, but if you have not, I'm still going to highlight it.
They're nominating. It's nomination time.
Mm-hmm.
Voting comes later. It's nominations.
Yeah.
And
yes.
so if you've been sad in the past, or angry, or upset, or slightly irked, or whatever the case it is, anything less than pure happy with the people who were nominated previously that you had to vote for, and you didn't make nominations, well, then really it's your fault. So now is that time that you go out and you put out the names of those shows that you feel should be in those positions.
Yes, sir.
So
Win or
when
lose,
the
man.
voting comes, they have a chance at being voted for.
Yeah,
it's a great way to put it.
Make your voices heard, and you have a chance to win a nice little slab too. So just get out there and show that love. What is up, Spine Ticks? Beautiful show last night. I was hanging out, man. I went to bed at like 3 a.m. So it was a late night, but always a great show. Shout out to Spine Ticks for hitting that 7K, absolutely crushing it. Everybody just saying hello. What is up, Trev? How you doing, my man? Make sure you drop links in chat. You know, you can link whore out my chat. Trev is 6 away from 900, so please, if nobody's subbed to him,
Trev.
Everybody sub to him. What is up, brother Zach? Hopefully you're having a great day, my man. Scroll on down. Boyd, how you doing, my man? Always with those Saturday night premieres. Awesome times. Scrolling on down. William Williamson. Still got a slab to get you sent out. I'll get that sent out after HeroesCon, man. For sure, I got you. Don't want to miss anybody. DJ Links, my man, driving and listening. Can't wait to see all the homies this week, man. It's going to be a great time. Yeah, the double countdown, Beckerman, for sure. Chat just jumped, but I think I got everybody. Oh, nope. Daredevil NYC, what is up, my man? How you doing? Hopefully you're having a beautiful day. We got Chris Loves Comics. How you doing, my man? I think you're 10 or 11 away from 200, so if anybody can drop, I'll make you a mod here in a second, bro, and you can drop your link. What's up, Cali Comics over at the Hunt? Hopefully you're having a great day. Cat Fan Comics, man, just crushed 1,000 subs, bro. I got him highlighted in the shout outs. Shout out to Spine Ticks. He rallied the family around and got Cat Fam. I think he got like 20 some subs last night. Crushed it. What is up, Monk? Always killing it with the beautiful artwork. Always appreciate you, man. My allergies, I don't know if it's my allergies or if I'm getting the smallest head cold, but yesterday I woke up and I was all congested. Today my throat's a little scratchy. I think it's just allergies. It's been raining off and on. It's been cold and hot over here. So
also the thing that's been going around gives you like a sore throat that gets peaks after about 24 hours or so, and then the congestion lingers on. I've been fighting the tail end of that congestion for the past week, and it's finally wrapping up just enough for me to get on the plane.
That's what I'm like. Please just wrap up by Wednesday, because Thursday I have a 9-hour drive. So what is up? Who? Hopefully having a beautiful day. John.
It's okay, though. At least you're driving. So
right.
You're in the car with your girlfriend. You can have your box of tissues.
Correct.
And everything else. Nobody's gonna be grief. I'm on the
Right.
plane. The second on a 5+ hour
Mask.
plane, the second you're coughing, people are looking around, going like, "Oh my god,
Mask.
who let him in?"
What is up, Michael Gallant? Hopefully you're having a beautiful day. And Cali Comics, yeah, it's August 5th. I'm almost positive to nominate. So if you want to hold out and see if anybody makes you mad, hold on out until the end, bro. Making sure I don't miss anybody. Feel free to drop your links. Man, chat jumps sometimes, and it is the
It
worst.
does.
I think it's when new people join. So because
I don't
now
know
we got new
why.
people. Dave collects.
What I do know is it
What's up,
does.
man?
Yeah, and it's rough, dude. It freezes for like half a second. It's like, where are you? What is up, Dave? Beautiful time with you last night. Hopefully you're having a great time, bro. What is up, AR? Hopefully you're having a beautiful time. What is up, Mark? Hopefully you're doing a great name. Did you say Marcus was in here?
No, I saw Mark.
Okay, cool. Yep. Just making sure. Cool. We got everybody. Awesome. How you guys doing? Having a good weekend?
Good Sunday. Good Sunday.
Yeah. It's been a good weekend for me. I got the email yesterday. Tomorrow at 10 a.m. I got the interview for that main job I want. I already got the other job lined up, so it's kind of like the backup. But fingers crossed, I get that job tomorrow. So basically for me, if I get an interview, I'm such a people person and like interview type heavy person. Once I get an in-person interview, I already know I almost got the job. So
Congrats on that.
excited. And then other than
You just haven't interviewed with me then.
Yeah. See, it's a lot easier now. When the first couple months, when I first met you, bro, you were very intimidating. So I was just like, I remember the first time you jumped on my live, I was like, oh God, Rob Fat. I told my girlfriend, I was like, girl, baby, Rob's on my live. I'm freaking out.
Rob's known as the enforcer in our community. You know, you go to a con and Rob's in the back. You don't see him at first, but you know.
There's a man there with no
Lead
neck.
with the metaverse. No, I don't know. That's how I felt with a couple people in the community. I was like, man, these dudes they're either dicks or super, super intimidating or both. And I was just like, oh, they're just big, cuddly teddy bears, you know?
Yeah, I just have a very straightforward demeanor most of the time, but then all of a sudden I break loose and go completely off what you expect, and I'm like completely bonkers, and people go like, "Oh, okay, that was out of character," and otherwise pretty squared away for the most part, and so it puts people off sometimes. But I like doing that in job interviews though, when I'm interviewing potential employees. It's always nice to go in there and be like that and watch them not know how to react to
right.
say and
super intimidating
on their heels, which is nice.
Not really dicks, but more just like the intimidation factor. Yeah, it's just like, man, I don't know how to approach these guys or kind of like have a conversation or just like reach out to them or like questions or stuff like that, right?
And you're going to run into that in business, so it's always good to be able to do that, so you can see how people react. Right. I always also throw in questions that people aren't expecting to make nothing to do, like
throw them off.
Well, like out here in the San Francisco Bay Area, we have 2 baseball teams, right? For now, obviously one of them looks like it's going away, but who knows? And so I always ask people when they come in there to interview locally, I'm like, A's or Giants? It has nothing to do with that. And what your answer is, there's no wrong answer.
Right.
But I just like to see.
Just get a vibe for them.
Are they answering quickly and right away with what their honest answer is, or are they trying to guess what they think I want to hear to try to please me or something?
And that's a lot of people are like that. Like, oh shit, where am I? Should I vote for this or this? Is that going to interpret my job or whatever? What is up, bag of cards?
More interesting what people say and what their reasoning for it is. I don't care what the answer is. They could tell me, "Oh, I hate baseball. I like hockey." It's like, all right.
Hockey is the one sport I've never been. I watch it here and there, but it's never been the sport that I really like heavily watch.
I enjoy it when I'm at a rink, a hockey rink, like because we have a team here, obviously. If I go there, I like it, but I never care to watch it on TV.
Yeah, I agree, Callie. I like people that are able to be nice and blunt and have opinions and be outspoken. And if somebody disagrees with you, I like being able to have my opinion and have no personal like reflection on how I look at that person. So
voice
even if right.
Did a lot of people choicing up hockey all the way.
Yeah,
no choice but
Sith,
to love hockey.
Sith was showing off some PSA 10 Sidney Crosby's last night, rookies. What is up, Lon?
What it was for me is like here when I was a kid growing up, there was no hockey teams in the area at the time when I was growing up. All there was baseball and football, and baseball was the cheap sport. And as kids, and whether it was with scouts or whether it was with anything else, you went to these games. They took you to these ball games, and so you went to these ball games, and that's what you played in the street with all your friends and everything, and it was huge. So
were you playing stickball, Rob?
No, we were playing. We had a bat and we used tennis balls or racquet balls. So
nice.
They bounced off the side of the car. They didn't do too much damage.
That's what I was using too.
We've had a lot of pickle.
Oh, pickleball, nice.
No pickle. One guy was stealing bases between.
Yeah.
Because Ricky Henderson was huge in my days and youth.
I remember him.
So yeah, it was all about that type of stuff when I was young.
What is up, Matty Ice? 4 days, yes sir. Can't wait. Cat fan. That's how me and Mark became such good friends, because I had nothing about DC. So he was the first dude I was reaching out to. Like him and Trev, I was like, hey man, what should I be reading about this character, this character, this character? And now half my pull list is DC. So. Oh wait, what'd that say? My bad. I always struggle talking to new people. About like 5 of none of those things. So like for me, I just like I'm such a big nerd in everything, and then with like sports and everything, I can normally relate to something with somebody in something. So like that's how I look at it. Even if we don't relate, if that person gets excited about talking about something, that gets me excited because I know they're excited. So that's kind of how I approach everybody. What is up, Wellboy?
I like to stand back and observe and then find my position. Slide in.
Yeah, I kind of do the same thing. I come off very standoffish.
Oh, what is up, Flo Dameron? I appreciate you, my man.
No, but I mean, it's honestly like being in the nerd world. Like, I mean, because I'm aware of all things kind of pop culture.
Right.
I don't find too many people often that want to talk about the same things that I want to talk about. And they might be wearing a Spider-Man shirt, or that might spark up. Okay, hey, you like Spider-Man? Oh yeah, you read comics or watch the movie? Oh no, I just like Spider-Man.
Yep. That's how a lot of people are.
I'd love to see that. Have you go up to somebody with a Spider-Man shirt? Oh, you like Spider-Man? Can't stand it.
Fuck Spider-Man.
I just thought it was cool. My girlfriend gave it to me, man.
Goodwill, man. Leave me alone.
Hombre araña?
Yes, sir. So let's take just a moment and highlight these 3 channels real quick, and then we'll pull back and just chat about showing off whatever we got. I want to show off some books I'm going to be bringing to Heroes Con, actually.
Oh.
And let me get your takes on them, Rob. So we'll start with always my boy, Scotty Vaughn. He's got his live tomorrow at 7:30. Comic Book Addicts. Chris the Comic Vet is actually on there. There's a whole bunch of shows on Monday. You got TM Nerdy and Geek Out. I have no idea. I think it's I think he was in the Terminator movies. I think he was in the Terminator movies, actually, with Sarah Connor. But Geek Out with Roscoe and TM Nerdy's at 8:30, and then you got Izzyverse before at 6:30. So Monday's always popping. Make sure you guys go check everybody out. Pull back. Bam, bam. And then got to show some credit and love to Spine Ticks, who just crushed 7,000, dropping those shorts. He's got his live Spine Ticks every Saturday night at 11 Eastern Standard Time. I was on there last night. And man, let me just click on one of his shorts real quick. I'm not going to play it, but is it going to pull up? Here we go. Just look at these numbers, dude. Just kills it. 2.8K. Teach me the ways, man. That's what I want to know.
They're digging the stuff,
sure.
man.
I don't know what they've done, because all of a sudden where I used to hit like, over 1,000 or something, but now it's like I'd be lucky if I break 100. It seems all of a sudden doing the exact same thing I always used to do.
Go to your audience and check when they're on YouTube, because recently like Sis algorithm, like his time frame changed, my time frame changed. I know a lot of people's time frame kind of changed. So now I was dropping from 4 to 7. Now I drop at 10 a.m. and then I drop like Monday through Friday. I don't drop till like 6, 7, or 8. So like my time frame shifted like 2 hours. So and then we'll catch right back up with chat in 1
Too
second.
much work.
Yeah, I just want to give a big shout out to Cat Fan Comics, man. This dude is grinding. I love this dude to death. He drops his daily comic and collectibles every day at 9 o'clock Eastern Standard Time. It's a premiere, and we all hang out. We got him to 1K over at Sesh channel last night, so big congrats, bro. I know he's freaking out now that he's at 1K. But it's okay, man. Don't feel any pressure. I'm at like I don't even know what I'm at, like 1,250 or something like that. I don't even know. I'm almost at 1,300 to be honest, and I'm doing my
little Batman.
Yeah, and I still haven't even done my 1K giveaway, so that's where I'm at. So let's catch up on the chat. Mike, you got anything to show off this week? Anything cool to show off? Anything new?
Yeah, all kinds of stuff I can show off. I don't know. Besides comics, I didn't really pick up anything besides the mic.
You can show off anything you want that you picked off on this channel, man. It is not comic heavy. You can show off toys, you can show off Hot Wheels, you can show off books, you can show off whatever you want, man.
Well, how about you come back to me and I'll grab something and then.
Okay, Rob, you got anything, or I can go first?
Hey, why don't you go, brother?
Okay, I'll go first, and then we'll catch up on chat. So this video is dropping tomorrow, but I'm gonna show it off now because I have them here. So I won Scotty's giveaway, and I got this Marvel Legend Zombie Iron Man. I'm just going to do an unboxing of it to fill up with content this weekend. And I'm so bad at autographs, but I forget his first name, but it's Lucas. This is Mystique number 6, and it's autographed 2007. I forget his first name. Somebody knows in chat. And this is Dominatrix, a Gene Simmons comic. And again, I think this is Sean something. I'm terrible with autograph names. And then we got Aliens, the 1 in 50 cover, which I thought was super sick. And then shout out to Beckerman. I got these in the mail today. The little things for your comics, so you can little window bags.
Window bags.
Mm-hmm. and then our flea market in our town is pretty trash normally, but the girlfriend wanted to go and check some things out. So for 75 cents, I got the first volume of the Injustice trade.
Nice.
And each one of these were 75 cents. And then I got the second volume, and then this is what I got: the 3 Simpsons trade comics, 75 cents each. And I'm gonna bring all those to HeroCon for Bill Morrison.
Nice.
So yeah, I'm hyped about those.
Those Injustice, I love that series. I've
never read it, but the game's amazing.
I've never played the game. All I know is the story was great. I thought it was a well done kind of Elseworlds thing, and got a kick out of it. I really enjoyed it.
Let me back off and catch up to chat. I don't want to get buried. Yeah, there you go. Yellow Jackets. That's what they were talking about that show last night. Still have not watched it or mesmerized by Phil. Nice. Let's see. Oh, there goes the chat. Massively jumping. See, it's when new people join. Yep, 100%. And then it jumps down to all the chunk of new people. Did you get some new stuff, Mike?
I grabbed some stuff.
Cool. That way I can catch up on chat because I'm a little behind right now.
So I just grabbed some of my older Marvel stuff. This isn't any new pickups or anything, but stuff I got a while back. You know, Transformers are big, and if you don't know what this book is, this actually showcases all the Transformers in alphabetical order that were like current for that time. So I think it went up to like the 5th generation of Transformers or something, but it gave little dialogues, and it's got each. It's pretty cool. All right, so I showed these off. You know, these are getting big. You know, G.I. Joe Transformers. If you saw the movie, then you know what's up. But
what is up, Izzy, my man?
Got number 2.
Nice.
And they actually have, as far as I know, they have 9 different crossover series with G.I. Joe and Transformers. This one being the first, and I think it was 87. And I think Fanboy Prime, he has the 2nd series, and it actually continues like right where this leaves off.
What is up, Rem? You, my man?
Some nostalgic.
Oh, Captain Planet.
Captain Planet.
I didn't even know that he had a comic book, dude.
Oh yeah,
I had no idea. Roger Rabbit, that's sick too.
They pretty much got comics on everything.
What is up, Lady F? Hopefully you're having a beautiful day.
Got this dude coming to the theaters pretty soon. Nice. You know? Some Indiana Jones Marvel.
Captain Planet, he's our hero. What is up,
Talk about
Justin?
it.
Hopefully you're having a great day, man.
There you
Oh,
go.
nice. Hey.
There you go.
There it is, baby.
That gets you into the club right there.
Wait. I have one, but it's different. What do you?
This is the Super Bowl edition,
special
baby.
Okay.
This is the Super Bowl. This is
Okay,
actually
cool.
when he made it.
Cool. Just wanted to make sure because I was like, man, I got the one with all the superheroes on it.
My really beat up Werewolf by Night that I've mentioned
Nice.
that we found in the trash. They were throwing that away. Low grade is better than a no grade.
Facts.
Got that sucker from Comic Journey, Obnoxo.
Nice. I've seen that.
You know,
I've seen Scotty
he's-
pick that up before.
He's gonna pop up. I believe it. He's one of the Omega level mutants or whatever. No, I'm playing.
What is up, Paul? Hopefully you're having a
All right,
beautiful
that's all I got.
But nice, bro. Yeah, I had no idea Captain Planet had a comic. So that is
Man,
a first.
they have some biker mice from Mars. You know, they have Smurfs.
Yeah, Biker Mice
they-
from Mars are sick. I'm actually gonna be looking for retro toys at Heroes for sure.
It's actually a hard comic to
You're
find.
the wrong con if you're looking for.
What is up,
retro toys.
Geek Out with Roscoe? Hopefully you're having a beautiful day. No, there's actually like 12 or 13 booths that are retro toys, and then Mythic Legions are there. I already, they released the floor plan, so there's going to be Funko booths and stuff like that. But the less toy booths, the better, because then I can just focus on comics. Because I only want to. I'm looking for like Spawn toys and some Bikers from Mars toys would be cool, man. I just don't see that stuff around here in my area.
Interesting.
Yeah, you too, man. Yeah, I'm mostly going for just the hangout, the vacation, and signatures, hunting books and stuff. That's going to kind of be last on my list. Just going to kind of play it by ear and stuff, as it's my first con, so I don't even really know what to expect when I walk in. That's fire.
That is the only Biker Mike from Mars thing that I have, but because my brother, I think I got this for Christmas or something like that. But it still works. It's got the theme song and everything.
What is up, Marcus? Hopefully you're having a great day, my man.
What's up, sir?
Yeah, they keep talking about Yellow Jackets, bro.
Yellow Jackets.
Text scrolling. X. It's hard to keep up with stuff.
There's a lot of stuff that's out all the time. There's so much
Dude,
in between.
Yes.
And then God forbid.
Oh,
if
Neil
you're-
Adams art.
If you're trying to balance maintain all what's going on with YouTube, with stuff that's going on in pop culture at the same time, as a wrestling fan, there's just too much. I mean, you're just like, geez, Louise, it's too much. How can I?
Facts. For real, dude. That's why it's tough for me because like I'm a gamer as well. So like I game, I try and keep up with toy culture, trying to keep up with reading my books and stuff. I'm like a week behind, but I've been doing a really good job reading my books, man.
Well, my books usually stack up, and I usually like once a month I blast through.
Nah.
A bunch of them. But I'm glad that's the only thing that saves me at all is the fact that I really don't game anymore. That I kind of backed out of it. Has saved me. Although my wife told me the other day that the game that I'm still subscribed to and paying for, apparently there's new story content dropping soon, so I'm gonna have to log in probably to play the new story content. But you know,
Okay, you playing WoW?
no,
Yeah,
no,
that's
I don't,
my first
I, no,
con.
My geek does not know loincloths. I am a Star Wars tried and true, so I'm playing Star Wars: The Old Republic stuff.
Oh, Republic? Okay.
Yeah, I don't whatever it is. Year 12 now. I've been playing that game.
Yeah, I think so.
Because I was playing it since. Well, I've been playing it since beta. So
I played it at beta and I made it into launch. I think I made it all the way to the first season. I just got kind of bored with it, I guess.
it's so different. The gameplay is so different. But that's how every game is. Every game evolves over time, right? So, but yeah, my wife plays that hardcore. I know I got billions of credits stacked up somewhere that I should probably go and
That's
do something
sick.
with.
I'm happy you still play that game.
Barely.
It's still.
I still game. I just have to like kind of manage my time. Sometimes
Right.
it's gaming, sometimes it's reading.
Well, for me, it was really easy to kind of back away from it. What happened is the gameplay. All the people that I used it was it was my social outlet, and this kind of took over.
Yeah, I see
Part of
that.
it. At the same time, the folks that were playing that game that did the type of content that I like to do were disappearing, and all that was left in the guilds and stuff I were in were hardcore raiders. And I am not when I'm going off to spend some time having fun playing a game, I don't find banging my head against the wall over and over and over again, wipe after wipe after wipe, as being fun.
Yeah.
I like to go in, and I don't care if it's fucking easy or not. I'll play on the story mode or something and just walk. I like to walk through and cream stuff and move on with my life and have
Yeah.
some fun. You know, that's
Elden Ring would be a perfect game for you, Rob.
no, sounds like loincloths.
No, it's one of the hardest games I've ever played in my life.
I wouldn't say it was the hardest for me, but it does have one of the hardest bosses I've ever encountered in a game, and that was Melina. Did you do Melina? She's one of the side bosses.
Yeah, she's
Oh,
rough,
crap.
bro. So I'm gonna
No.
show off. So what were you gonna say? Go ahead, man.
No, I was gonna say I think that's the difference, though. See, I was never really big into multiplayer games. I've really done like solo campaigning, so I didn't have that. Like, I have done it with Destiny and other games like that. You know, you had to have a crew to raid or stuff like that. But I don't know, with the game in the gaming verse, it's toxic.
Well, it can be for elements of it, and that's where I like, you know, the game that the SWTOR game is. It's got a lot of solo story content as well as it has group stuff. But that's why I like, you know, Sith knows what I'm talking about. Back in the day, Star Wars Galaxies Online, man, that game.
Oh yeah.
Fire.
It was all, you know, you could go do stuff in groups, but I mean, it was I honestly spent months by myself essentially just running a business. I had a huge online I had other other gamers that were basically employed by me working in the game to gather certain resources for my master crafter, and I would build stuff and set up my business, my shops. And I mean, most of the time in that game, when I meet people, when I run across people who were playing that game in the new game or something, and they go, "Oh yeah, I was this guy," and you go, "Okay, cool." Me, it wasn't who my bounty hunter was or who my Jedi was. It was who were my crafters. People knew my crafters because that was my main thing as a business. So
Fire.
yeah, the conventions they did, the SOE conventions and stuff, man. Went to all those. That was great.
So I'm gonna show off some of these HeroCon books, and Rob, I need your input. I still am picking through things, and
you
I
can
think
do that. My distraction will be I will be split on my attention because I've got 90 seconds left in this auction that I'm paying attention to. So
Oh, you're fine. I still got. I still am picking through, like, because I want to bring some CGC books. I want to send to CGC because I think that would be the smartest way to do that.
CGC will be there on site
Okay.
actually, so
Yeah,
you can
I
drop
think-
them off live. You don't have to.
Yeah, I think that would be my. So Miku Swan, Superman #4 with Bizarro. Yeah, I got
Nice.
this one for her. And then Scotty Young. I really liked this cover for Dark Ages, so I thought this was a good one to go with. And then Jim Shooter and other name. There's another name that's going to be there. Yeah, there's another name that's going to be there. So double sign for that. Forget his first name, but Genty for cover artist for Mandalorian #1 going to be there. And then I was super excited that this dude's going to be there. What was it? What's his name? Lino. Dude, I'm so bad with artist names. It's one of my things I need to really work on. Lee Lin Yu. There's I was really looking for Spawn artists or anybody who worked on Spawn books, and he actually did the cover artist for Spawn 332. So I'm hyped for that. Bringing this, of course, just get it. And then Nakayama comes down to 4 books, but I think I'm going to go with this Flash because it's clean. I like the blue on it, but I'm also thinking about the Darkwing Duck, the Gargoyles, or the Midnight Suns, but probably the Flash. And then same thing with the I'm terrible with names. Lee Lin Yu. He did the cover for Extreme Venomverse #1, so I'm gonna bring that. And then I just got a whole bunch of random blanks to hopefully, because my plan with these are going to be going down the artist alley to the random artists and stuff like that, because I know those are cheaper and stuff like that, and just whoever I think is cool and has dope art, I'm going to get something sketched. And then I'm bringing a Spawn blank. I'm bringing a few Spawn blanks, but I'm bringing this one and I want everybody to sign it. And then finally bringing my dual powerbomb trade for Daniel Warren Johnson.
Nice.
So yeah, I think that's a good introduction, and then kind of play it by ear while I'm there. Have you guys help me out because, like I said, I'm still kind of a noob with things.
No, that makes a lot of sense. I mean, that's like you bring what you want from your stuff. I
Mhm.
mean,
Yeah.
I have a couple books that I've got to pull this week that I plan on bringing. Um, but for the most part, I mean, I have a book like one of my Marvel 1000s that I bring with me to cons, and because there's like 20 billion
Swag.
artists worked on that book, you know, they all did like one panel or something. So I've got like 9 signatures on it so far, and I'll go ahead and get
That's sick.
fill out additional signatures on it because I, so that's what I'll do on some of that. But I'd always do that same thing. Bring yourself some different blanks.
Hmm.
Good opportunity to get us some sketch covers from some of the artists, upcoming
Mhm.
artists and stuff. So
So question: How do these work? So comics in bag and board like this. Do you take comic out of bag and board and just put into this?
well,
Beckerman showed me before, but I forget. So
So-
Beckerman already showed me this,
No,
but I
no,
want to
so-
make sure I'm doing it right.
yeah. So here's the thing, right? Going to a con like this where you're doing it yourself stuff, you don't necessarily have to prep your books. You can have
Yeah.
a bag board, you can pull them out and go.
I don't.
Fine and go. Most people don't. I have in the past with window bags and stuff, but if you want to, you're welcome. You can. It can make your life easier to some degree.
My suggestion would be if you know it's going to be a super huge artist to do the window bagging
Facts.
because the line's going to be really long. So anything to help the artist go faster. But if it's not so big an artist, then it's not so big a deal. Just pull it out in front of them, kind of have them
But with
open.
but with those, essentially, those things
I
are
got
designed. You don't.
this
You
as
take
well.
you take the book out of your bag. You take the book out of that poly bag, the normal
Uh-huh.
poly bag, and
Uh-huh.
you put the bag and board inside that one, and then the cover basically just wraps around it. So that way,
Mhm.
when you get there, it opens up, and then it's framed around it, so the book is still there, and then it just covers up around it. So that's all
Gotcha.
there is to it.
Gotcha.
I only usually use those when I
What is up,
like.
Kenneth?
I recently used a couple of them because I sent in some books to CGC
Bobby.
for sketches,
Mm-hmm.
and the artist is going to take them out completely anyway. So,
Mhm.
but CGC dings you if I don't put it in a window bag. So,
Yeah, they do.
So what's the point of me cutting a window bag if the artist is just going to take it out? So I just put it inside of one of those and sent it
Makes sense.
on. Otherwise, I generally don't use the pre-done ones because I like to, for signatures, I like to kind of know. I know if it's like one artist, I like to give them less space, so I'll make of exactly where I want that signature, so
Mhm.
they have to sign in that space. Doing a window bag myself, so
Yeah, I think like I said, I'm ready to be very, very overwhelmed. Follow me on Instagram if you want all the behind the scenes kind of shenanigan pictures and stuff like that. But I'm also going to be taking a lot of footage and stuff like that. So I'm
there'll be a
very
lot of people
excited.
dropping
Yeah,
there'll be
dude.
tons of footage after following on all the people's channels. You can guarantee that.
You guys, you're not doing only slabs while you're down there, are you?
No,
Gotcha.
I mean, not to say that who knows? Maybe there's no
Yeah,
official
it's
show.
the opportunity.
It's not to say that we may not go live and show a slab or two, but
Mhm.
we had discussed it ahead of time, and it really just you don't know what the internet connection is going to be like
Right.
there, and the conditions and everything else, and so it's just not conducive to doing that type of a show. So it's just
Agreed.
easier to say, hey, no
There's
show.
nothing wrong with
Yeah,
taking a break.
so- That would be a nice segue. I'm almost positive I'm not going to have my Sunday night sesh next week because I don't know when I'm leaving, but at probably around 6 o'clock I'm going to be on the road. So like I said, I don't know when we're leaving, so we'll just play it by ear. But I'm not going to have my show next week. But I'll make a post on Instagram and on YouTube and everything like that.
Well, you're leaving Sunday though, right? Or are you?
Yeah, I'm leaving Sunday.
Yeah, so you just don't have time Sunday. Yeah,
Right.
Mhm.
Oop, that's
Right.
an unsub. He's not doing his show. I'm unsubbing. That's it.
Sorry,
No,
bro.
I'm playing.
Yep. Make sure everybody unsub me
Well,
because
plus, even if you
just
left
skipping a
like,
week.
Rob's good, but there's none.
even if you left at noon, you wouldn't be home in time to do your
No,
show. So,
No, we're
No.
leaving. I'm getting up at like 5 in the morning on Thursday. So, and then we're getting on the road probably like at 6 or something like that.
Hey, Kenna.
You said it's like 9 hours.
Yep.
Right, Marcus?
Ain't too bad. There's two of us. We can split it. I'm just the mostly disappointed that we're not taking my vehicle and we're taking my girlfriend's because she has an SUV. I have no trunks. I can't put anything in my trunk, so we're taking her car.
Man,
And
makes sense.
her car's not the comfiest, man. I'm not used to it, so I'm gonna get into it like Wednesday night and try and mess around with it, and hopefully for the best.
Bring pillows.
It's cool. It's cool, Circum. Just I feel it, bro.
Inconsistent.
Oh, hello, Lady Dir. She said 8.5 hours. Sorry. I'm so sorry.
Well, is that Google says it's 8.5 hours? In which case, you
I'm-
still have to
I'm-
include
I'm-
time for getting gas.
Oh,
Time to
yeah.
go to the bathroom. Time to eat some
Food. Yep.
Some food.
I'm adding an extra hour for that.
minimal.
For
Minimal.
sure.
Yeah, that's just how it is.
What is
Even
up,
if you're
six
speeding,
space?
it's still
Right. Right. And no, I don't think I'll be speeding. Probably just get on the highway, put on the cruise control. I'm all right. I'm mostly, for me, the drive just depends on the scenery. Because even if I'm going to be driving most of the way, I don't really look around. But like if I'm on the highway and stuff, I would much rather, like, my mom lives in Kentucky, and as soon as you get over the Cincinnati border into Tennessee and stuff, or into Kentucky, it's just the landscape changes. So it's not just like construction, it's mountains, it's up and down. So hopefully, I've never been to North Carolina, so I'm excited to see what like the scenery is like over there.
Yeah, I think I've only been to the airport.
Oh, I've never sent books into CGC myself, and I've never been to a con, so it's going to be a lot of firsts.
We
And
can
this
talk
is-
all about that while you're there.
Yes, and this is going to be my first time meeting everybody, so like it's a lot of firsts for me. So I'm very excited, man. It's going to be
happy to sit
very
down and walk you
very
through the,
surreal.
submission process.
I'm
There's a
happy
lot
to-
to
Are
take
you?
in.
Do you have a membership with CGC?
I don't.
Okay, so then you're definitely going to want to submit there because you can submit there without a membership
Mm-hmm.
or with their free membership, but otherwise you have to buy a membership in order to submit
Right.
books to them, which is a little silly to me, considering that they also will still charge members a submission fee.
Mm-hmm.
So I think it's a bunch of Bravo Sierra, but whatever. That's the game that they've set up, and we all play it.
I am popping my con cherry, and I think this is kind of why I haven't been to a con, because it's just been very overwhelming. I was waiting to go to a con that, like, I wanted to go last year. I wanted to go to GalaxyCon because I know Bearded Comic Bro and a couple other people from the Cincinnati area, they were at that con, but I never ended up making it. So having like 40 or 50 of the homies being in one area, that's going to be a lot more comforting for me.
Rob, what's the size of Heroes Con compared to like San Diego? Or is it a big con like that, or would you say a medium?
So
That's right.
I've never been to Heroes Con, so I can't.
Okay, damn.
But I can look
damn.
at the map. And I
Because there is a difference. There's smaller cons, there's medium, and then there's really big.
Right.
The really big ones, they can be overwhelming and stuff like this. But I mean,
you have a lot of local cons. Local cons typically that are in like, anything from stuff that are in bars to libraries to
Mhm.
folks lodges to school gyms,
Like a
Rec
gym.
centers,
type of thing,
yeah.
right? And some of those shows can be
Flea
some of the best
markets.
shows, right? Like I go to
Yeah, they are.
out here. Remember, the week after Heroes is Berkeley Comic Show, which is pretty well known, and it's basically in a high school gym, and it's nothing but comic vendors, and they vet and rotate who the vendors are that can come in. They have a list of people who want to sell there, and they rotate them. So it's never always the same group all the time, right? Then you
Nice.
go up to some of your medium-sized cons. So the Heroes Con is going to be is a larger con, but it's still it's focused.
Like
It's focused
medium.
on
I think it's like a
focused on
medium
yeah,
size.
it's focused on comics and there's some other stuff, but it's
Mhm.
not. But it's not like
More
when you
niche.
go, when you go to these big cons today.
It's
That
not
used to
pop
be
culture stuff.
Everything.
the fan expos, the San
Hmm.
Diego Comic Con,
Mhm.
New York Comic Con, C2E2. All these,
There are
there's
movies and
there's so
games
much
and
stuff there that's not has nothing to do with comic books.
Right.
They're really pop culture cons
Hmm.
because
Uh-huh.
there's whole sections for anime, there's whole sections for toys, whole sections for cosplay, whole
Yep.
sections for maker stuff.
Movies,
Movies,
games.
yeah. And so especially when you get to the really mega cons, like not MegaCon, but San Diego Comic
Hmm.
Con, so big that the only vendors that can afford to be there as a comic book vendor are some of these
Big
massive
time guys.
big time guys, right? And you don't have those small local dealer type things selling to turn a profit at the booth space prices they need. So it always just depends on what you're looking for from a con
Right.
experience. Because I go to several, like I said, like I said, I've gone to the Berkeley cons, which I love. I've gone to we have some other small cons around here, San Jose Con, East Bay Con, whatever. I like going to those small shows. Heroes Cons would be kind of I'm looking forward to it because it's a bigger but focused con.
Mhm.
And then I go to Fan Expo. I've been to C2E2, some of these other things, and they're different experiences. But when I go there, like last year, Fan
You have
Expo in San
different.
Francisco, there were 4 comic book booths. I mean, I probably
Damn.
exaggerate. There's probably 7 or 8, but it was less than a dozen. And
Yeah.
most of the rest of the stuff that was there was
There's merchandise.
other merch
Mhm.
or art.
Mhm.
Or I mean, it might be comic
Toys,
related
pop
art or
culture,
movie
stuff like
related.
that.
Exactly,
Yeah.
lots of pop culture
Mhm.
stuff, and there was there was a bunch of independent artisans and the regular artists that were there, and so there was a whole bunch of that. But the amount of vendors that were percentage of the vendor space that was comic books was
Minuscule.
was a small percentage of the overall booth
Mhm.
space, and
Nice.
so that's the difference. When we go to Heroes Con, you're going to have a much higher percentage of that booth space, as you've seen from looking at the booths,
Yeah.
right? And the amount of artists that are there. When you look at that
Huge.
artist,
It's not even the artist alley. You have the artist alley, and then there's some like artist island with like all the like not
Yeah.
known artists and stuff.
yeah,
which
you're
are-
always going to have. You
Mhm.
usually have that. You'll have the big artists in one area, then you'll have some of the other artists in there.
Smaller ones in another space.
I just want to take 1 second to shout out Jay Pylon. I appreciate you stopping by. It's the first time I've seen you, and I'm glad you could make the live, man. I hope you're having a beautiful day.
Oh man, Six Face says he's been to several cons with no comics. That would suck.
Really?
It would suck
I have.
if you're expecting that. I know that that's kind of what had happened here where I'm at. We used to have
Nice.
San Jose Comic Con became Silicon Comics Convention, and then it became
What is up, Matt?
Silicon.
Nice to see you.
And when it became Silicon, it was the main guy was Adam Savage. Kind of took over the thing.
Mhm.
And it became a crafter fair and maker fair and tech con, and so there was like 2 comic book vendors at
Bring it around.
because everybody else had gone to some little local hotel, Hilton Hotel ballroom to set up instead because they weren't the focus of the Comic Con anymore.
Oh, nice. Heroes Con. As long as Heroes Con has a few cosplayers, I just want to get pictures with people in dope costumes, man. That's all
There
I
will
want.
be.
Mhm.
Yeah.
I don't think I've ever been to a con that didn't have cosplayers. That's
Right.
like
I have.
almost.
I have.
Really?
I have. Yes. Well, then again, you've seen me. I've been to so many. It's ridiculous.
Right.
Okay, was it a Comic Con though?
So, just like.
And I don't mean like, was it a pop culture? No, you could say that too because San Diego Comic Con's kind of like a pop culture con.
San Diego's
You know, have
definitely
you
a
ever-
pop culture con.
Have you ever been to something like that with no cosplayers?
So
Got you.
there's so many different types of cons, but just like Rob was saying
There are.
earlier,
Horror, sci-fi.
you have those cons that have specific themes attached to it. So this weekend we were talking a little bit about Brooklyn Comic Con. Brooklyn Comic Con is more like what you just mentioned. It's a cosplay con. It's
Right.
The word Comic Con is associated
Yeah, it's being-
with it because it's being utilized as a tool, right?
Yeah.
But it's not what it is. But then you have shows like Heroes Con, Terrific Con, that's coming up pretty soon. Those are more centered toward the comics of it, but it will include the other aspects of it.
Yeah, like
Right?
games and action
Then
figures.
you got toy
You're
fairs,
right. 1
you
second.
got all that stuff. And then there's over here we have what's called King Con.
Oh yeah, I know
That-
King Kong.
King Con is comics.
Yeah, because like for 3
Strictly that.
years, I think that's been the top-rated con in New York. You know, even though it's
Because-
such a small con, it's more personalized. It's
It looked
more
really sick.
comic orientated.
It's literally vendors
Mhm.
and maybe 2 artists, 2 or 3 artists.
I
That's
think
it.
3 Minute Basement. They've been there like every
Yeah,
year,
3
right?
minutes, but yeah, Otto and the guys. So
Mhm.
you know,
I'm looking
So
for
I-
like prints and stuff like that. I'm an anime guy, so dude, I've just
They're gonna have.
yeah,
It's
and
just for
Heroes
me.
will I'm sure Heroes is gonna have that stuff.
for me.
Mhm.
I've just been watching footage of like people's going to cons for years, dude, years and years and years. Because like even before I was doing YouTube and collecting comics, I was watching people, on YouTube collect comics, and for 2 or 3 years before getting back into the hobby. So it's just crazy that for me that I'm finally going to be in a position and be there personally.
Yeah.
My
So-
best advice would have been to go to a smaller con first to get that experience out of the way. But this is kind of going to be the best way to do it because you're going with a big group of
People
people
don't
that
overwhelm
are.
me. Like if there's thousands of people, that doesn't bother me at all. So
No,
I'm
no,
cool with-
that's
I'm
not the
cool
over-
in those environments.
The
the
crowd
only thing I
thing,
will, the one
It
thing I
can
will
be
say,
overwhelming.
what I would say for you, for this being your first con, know what you want to get and get it.
Signatures. Signatures are what I'm going for first and
But
foremost.
also be prepared to not be able to get it.
Right.
Yeah,
You know what I'm
have
saying?
backups, have
Yep.
multiple routes to those artists. You know,
Yeah.
Water.
You know,
bring
you're gonna make a line.
Febreze. Bring
You're gonna-
Febreze, and not for anybody but yourself. But not because you stink, but they gonna stink.
Bro, I
They-
got cologne and everything, dude.
Be walking
Like,
around the
bro.
street, like,
You're gonna be in some vendors, and it's gonna be like a little closet size of like a thing. There's gonna be like 30 people in there, and some of them aren't gonna smell the best.
Yeah, it's
Just
gonna be
casually,
I
like-
just fingers crossed. There's
Creators.
there's AC and stuff like that in the building, and it's not just gonna be
Should
a
be.
sweatshop.
Convention halls
AC is not
typically.
gonna
Yeah,
anything
it
for
should
you.
be.
Yeah.
It should be one of the, as far as like the facility and stuff like that goes. If it's a medium size, it should be a
Well,
really good
Bueller, I
experience.
think Bueller just posted a picture on Instagram. He was at a Dallas Expo or whatever, and like he said, it was so hot in the building. His whole face
They
was
don't
red
turn
and everything.
most cons don't turn the AC on until like noon.
After
I
the,
want
Yeah.
to say, yeah,
after the
Gotcha.
show, until within the show,
hmm
because that's a cost.
yeah, and they kind of do it on. They do it for like multiple reasons, but I want to say most cons don't turn on the AC until like noon. You know,
Yeah.
but y'all are going to be in like kind of a colder state, not a not so. It's not
Dude, it's supposed to
Texas.
be in the 90s and stuff. It's supposed to be
It's
pretty,
North Carolina. It's gonna be pretty.
yeah,
warm, I'm
it's
sure.
supposed to be pretty warm. So,
It's
and
in
for me,
Dallas.
dude,
If he
like I
would've-
said, it's a vacation at the end of the day. So
He would have went outside in Dallas. It was probably 100 degrees outside. You know,
I'm
all
just
the buildings are on fire.
in the past
Yeah.
couple weeks, it looked like I wasn't going to go. I'm just happy I'm still in a position I could still go. So that's all I care about.
That's good to hear.
Mm-hmm.
I hope you guys enjoy it. Unfortunately, I have 2 graduations, so it's not happening.
And you just went to what 2 cons in the past like 2 weeks or something like that?
I'm always at a con, man.
Yeah.
That's different. That's nothing. new for me.
See, I am jealous. You got to go to like Philly and stuff like that. That's like one of my dream cities. I need to go to.
Philly's a great place. They changed. It was still in the Philadelphia Convention Center, but they
Mhm.
changed the area that it was in originally. So it was in a bigger spot beforehand. This spot wasn't as big, but it was roomy enough. Overall, I enjoyed it as a whole.
Flash.
They did a pretty good job with it. And that was that, man. I was happy, but I was there for one day, enjoyed it for what it was worth, and then that was it. Came home,
Nice. Nice.
So, and I know New York Comic Con tickets went on sale today for pre-sales for fans that are verified. I already got my my 4-day pass, but I got to get the family's tickets, and I didn't get it. I was like, eh. My wife's already like,
Yeah.
I'm not going. My wife already told me she's not going. She's like, I'm looking at her like, uh-huh.
Rob, are you going to the Flash movie?
Thursday night, yeah.
Cool. I'm hyped.
Yeah, I'll be in by then.
Cool.
Like my flight lands around 3.
I was talking to Scotty earlier, and shout out to Beckerman. I'm a little jealous. He's gonna be going down on Wednesday and hang out with my boy Scotty. A little jealous about it.
Damn, Mike.
Yeah. They're going to it's awesome because I turned Scotty, he lives in the Tennessee area, and I turned him on to Nirvana Comics because that was the comic shop that I went to, and that's the comic shop for like 6 months. I was getting like variant covers through them online, and then I just stopped. I was like, I don't need to get extra variant covers, but I recommended that's where they're going to be going, so I hope they have a really good time. Everybody be safe. Even if you're not going to Heroes Con, I know it's summer. I know con scenes is coming up. You know, no drinking and driving. No doing dumb stuff. Just everybody be safe and let's have a good summer. Sure.
The one thing I don't understand about Heroes Con
Nice.
is that it's it just dawned on me. It's happening on Father's Day weekend. Very interesting.
Yeah.
I'm cool with it. Because my girlfriend's like, I got to figure out something to buy for you for Father's Day. And I was like,
Right.
I'm father. Yeah,
I know where to go.
I am a father. My
Okay.
my son turns 13 July 4th or July
Didn't
3rd.
know. I'm sorry.
I just keep my son completely separate from
No,
the
that's-
whole. Yeah. So
No, that makes sense. That's why you go to the con. It's how you can pick out something for Father's Day.
yeah, I got his
Nice.
footprint tatted.
Unfortunately, I can't pull that one because I already used the you don't have to get me anything for Father's Day when I picked up the ASM one at the last.
Oh yeah, yeah. That I would take that as
Do
well.
it.
Yeah.
That would do it for sure.
What is up, Logic
Yeah.
Blaster? Hopefully you're having a great day, my man.
Well, last year, New York Comic Con tickets went on sale on Father's Day,
Mhm.
and there was a huge complaint about it.
I just want
because
to. Did you? I'm asking. Did you get the tickets already? Is
I
that
got
what?
my ticket. I got my
Okay.
ticket.
How
Did I get a
hard
pro-
was it? How hard was it to get the Comic-Con tickets? That's what I wanted to ask.
I will tell you this much. I got it from I got a pro pass. So
Okay.
for me, I apply. It goes through a process. Then they reply back to me, telling me either you're in or you're out. If they tell you you're in, you pay the price for a pro pass, which is $100 for all 4 days.
That's
right?
it.
That's a pro pass. However,
yeah.
the ticket by itself, $80 per day.
How much?
Day is $80 each day.
80.
Oh, God.
That's how
So
big
how do you
the
how do you
Comic-Con.
get on the Pro Pass then?
So you gotta showcase that you're considered a pro
Okay.
in one way or another. And I've been doing it since the beginning. So
Do
you
you
know.
get do you reach out to cons before you go for press passes and stuff?
Yep.
Because I know 3 of us. No offense to you, Mike. It's stupid how they judge the press pass thing. But basically, all they care about is if you have 1,000 subs on YouTube, and
Sometimes they care that you have more.
right, more depending on the con, or if you could be like a smaller channel, but if you just walk around cons and that you're like a vlogger, they'll accept you too. So
Well, the thing is, you have to.
It's
show,
not
you have to
necessarily
showcase-
true because I get a
Right,
press pass
right,
and I
right.
Yeah.
It's
wait.
weird. It's weird. That's what I was trying to
So
say. It's weird how they do
It
it.
depends
sometimes.
on it depends on what you do and
The
and the
promoter.
con. hmm
Depends on the promo. So
Always reach out and ask, no
Every-
matter what I say.
yeah, every promoter, every promoter has their methods, right? Obviously, the smaller shows are a little easier to
What's
get
up,
by
Boyd?
because they want that traffic. They want your
Mhm.
fan base.
It's free advertising.
Regardless of how big
Right.
your fan base is, they want
Mhm.
your fan base to see that you're there and that you're giving it your thumbs up of approval. The bigger shows like New York Comic Con, like San Diego, they're a little more
Pickier,
know,
yeah. Oh yeah.
elitist is probably the best word. Where they're gonna be like, okay, especially if it's a YouTuber, I wouldn't even try you doing YouTuber for something like that because they want
Yeah.
you have to have thousands, not 1,000. You have to have thousands, 10,000s, 30,000. Subscribers.
Like upper echelons type stuff.
Yeah, they want you to be like really like people are really watching you, right? In that way. So
Mhm.
for them to approve you in the press pass. For a pro pass is a little different. For a pro pass for New York Comic Con, they want to see that you are in the industry doing something.
Gotcha.
Get my point?
But you're
So
active.
Making gotcha.
So if you're a retailer, they want to they're asking for your tax ID. So like my friend Josh, he's going in as a retailer.
And he just
I'm
opened
going-
up a shop.
Yeah, but he has the information. So
Right,
he opened a
mhm.
shop.
It'd
He
be
also has
perfect.
some connection. He also has
Right.
connections in City Hall. Let's just say that much. I'll leave it at that. Okay. We can talk offline on that one. But so you have that. Also, like in my case, I'm an artist that's been doing
Mhm.
art for since the con started. So I've been going as a professional artist.
And you
And
can
I
just
have-
approach them. Do you just approach them
Yeah,
and show them
no,
your
I
art
say-
and show
I
that
just
stuff
go-
like
not
that?
even. You got to show them websites. You got to
Mhm.
show them where your work is. You got to show them what work
Portfolio.
they're doing.
Nice.
Nothing says they just want to know that it exists. They don't. They really are not seeing it. The best thing I would say to have is have a website. Have a
Mhm.
website. It gives them something to go. Oh, he has a website. I don't even think they look at the website, to be completely honest. But the fact that they see that there's an actual official website
Yeah.
is something that says, "Oh, this guy is being legit." So stuff like that for a New York Comic Con for San Diego, and then you got the other ones that they all have. Like I said, they all have their metrics. Some of them you just email them. Some of them you have to go through and fill out a Google form. Either way, when it comes to these shows, you do it for every single one of them. For those of them that says yes, you're in. For those of them that say no, then you decide whether you want to go or not.
Yes.
You know?
Yeah, I'm just gonna have Beckerman and Rob tell me where to spend my money at Heroes Con.
I mean, honestly, the way
Beckerman, Mark, and Rob.
I mean, since this is your first con, I would look at the list of artists and I would go for your favorite, you know,
That's where I'm at, and then my whatever else is there, I'm gonna be like,
Like,
hey man,
you
what
said
do
something
recommend?"
so-
and stuff like that, because there might
You
be
said-
artists I don't recognize that might be on books I'm reading or
that's
love.
gonna happen. That's gonna happen. I mean, but at the same time, like you said something so important when you were showing us your books, you know, and that would have been the first book that I would have showed us would have been something Spawn related.
That's
you
one of the
you
first
should have,
Spawn
you know,
and the
look-
Daniel Warren Johnson is what my first
Yeah.
two. Mhm.
you know, focus on those and try. They should have a map of the con, and I'm pretty sure Rob has probably already.
It's got to be
distributed
exist.
that.
It's got to be out already.
Yep, I have it screenshotted and stuff like that.
I would literally like map out the artists you're going to try and hit up because it's not as easy as it sounds. Some artists, it can be a couple hours that you have to. It depends on where you are in line.
Yeah, I didn't
and
know if I should just go straight.
I don't know.
Get everything
I don't know
done
you.
and then browse. I think I'm just gonna go get everything I want done, and then I can just browse around.
So here's my next question. Here's my question. You're planning to be the whole weekend, right?
yeah, I'm there all Friday.
Yeah, there's
Saturday.
that too.
Okay. So take Friday.
Mhm.
Take the ones that you want the most of.
I
Let
think
Friday
yeah,
be that
they're only
day,
there Friday and Saturday.
Right? What do you want to purchase something? There's two ways of purchasing in my view. You purchase at the beginning of the show or at the end of the show. Because at the beginning of the show, you're gonna get those exclusives
Facts.
that you might be looking for. At
Mhm.
the end of the show, you're gonna get deals
cheapest
because they want to
prices.
get rid of. They don't want to take
Facts.
anything back.
Facts.
A lot of these guys are like, I want to get rid of everything. So you
Mhm.
and you always if you see a wall book that you like, don't go by the price that's on the wall.
Right.
You know what I mean? Go with
So-
and ask them.
So
what
basically,
you, what
buy
you're looking
all the exclusive foil Ninja Funks I can find.
You probably but you could wait on those because those things will be on sale for like 10
Yeah,
cents soon.
Yeah.
You know
Yeah,
what I mean?
but
It's like,
that was another question I was going to ask. Let's say a book's $100. Is it proper etiquette to always be like, hey, what's to haggle, or do I
Yeah.
just kind of feel that person out?
yeah. The thing is, as long as it's not insulting,
Right. Agreed.
right? So if
I would say on everything that's not brand new.
Right.
Just understand.
$100.
I said, just understand that how you're going to pay is going to matter in it, right? Because
Mhm.
if you're haggling and you're haggling with cash, then you can expect a bigger discount because of how they're going to have to report.
I'm bringing all
and the
cash,
fee- and the
almost all
fees that they have
cash.
to pay, right?
Mhm.
And understand that some of them will take PayPal and stuff, but they're going to be on business accounts, so it's the same as paying credit as far as they're concerned. But some of them will take Zelle. You can
Do a
throw
lot
out
of them
Zelle.
have the
and-
like the card reader things?
Yeah, they'll
Yeah.
they'll
Yeah,
have,
they will.
they'll all have that.
And they'll have ATMs there too.
Right.
Right.
But
but you don't want the ATMs. You want to
Yeah.
No.
you want to go to a bank. before.
Fees.
But understand,
Fees.
a lot of the vendors I've talked to these days, they're hip and they understand what Zelle is. And if you have the ability to do Zelle is completely fee free.
Feelers. Yeah.
Transfer money. You have no buyer protection, but you don't need it because you're getting your goods right there. So
Yeah.
So from that aspect, that is another way that you can do stuff. It's like negotiating with cash. Just understand that, hey, if I'm
What's
going to
up,
put
Paul,
this
my
on a credit
man?
card, then you should expect, less of a discount when you approach that.
Gotcha.
In that one, what I meant by the don't pay full price, like pay full price for new books, I meant like if you go to a booth and they have like a like a booth exclusive or something, don't try and haggle that. But
Right.
Yeah.
if they have like wall books and stuff, all that, try and haggle it down.
So
Even
back
if they got back
Bundle.
issues and stuff, and it could be new
Bundle.
too. Yeah,
Yeah.
Well,
but
like
that'd be
con
the only thing I
exclusives.
wouldn't try and handle.
Well, con exclusives, anything that's a con exclusive, you're not
Yeah.
gonna get it at a lower price. Because
Yeah,
the
and it
idea-
kind of looks
the idea
distasteful
is-
too.
Right.
Well,
I
here's the
agree.
thing.
Yeah.
Here's the reason. The reason why you're not going to be able to haggle it is because they don't know this about you, but what they do know about most people buying their exclusives is that they're going to
Resellers.
resell them.
Mm-hmm.
Mhm.
Yeah.
So there's no reason to haggle for an exclusive that you're going to probably flip for double that price, because that happens all the time.
Right.
Yeah. But you should be, if you're picking up lots, like if you're going through bins,
Mm-hmm.
which is probably what more likely to do than buying a bunch of wall books, right? Is if you can, you get multiple books from one place and bundle them together and say, hey, throw out a number on the stack.
Right.
Know what it is ahead of time. Throw out a number that you want to say. See what they come back. Because a lot of times, they'll the
They'll
follow up
agree to.
question. You know what the question they'll say is? Cash? You go, yep.
Yeah, exactly. That's exactly the question I
I'll
asked.
do that then.
Mhm.
Yeah. It's like,
Yeah.
Should I bring like
You
an
need a
empty
bag?
short box or anything like that, you think?
I would say portfolios if you have them,
I got
Yeah.
one. I just got this. It's a 21. It's
because
21.
that's a tip. That's a tip that I would say
And I
is
got my
important.
bag.
yeah, these types of
The
boxes-
lighter,
Those
yeah,
are
yeah,
nice.
yeah.
So I just shipped I shipped a whole case
To
of these
Remy, right?
to Remy
Mhm.
for me, and so I'm gonna have like about 10 or so of them. So I'll probably have a couple of extras because I want to. But what I like to do is I'll take 2 or 3
Fire.
of these with me in a shopping bag, or my backpack, and
Backpack, yeah.
you can well, I don't use a backpack, but for different reasons. But if you have one, whatever, you can fold them and put them together when you need them. Otherwise, they can be flat or whatever. And then you can load them up, and each one's going to hold 10 to 12 comics in there, and you're going to be able to protect them from getting all trashed. And
Right.
everything else. So
Yeah.
then you get back to the hotel room the next day. I can unload and reuse.
Unload them. Yeah.
Mhm.
Another-
Oh, go ahead, Izzy. Sorry.
No. What I was gonna say, another thing you want to do is, obviously, with dollar bin books is a little different. But if you're looking for a book that's pretty much a premium book,
Mhm.
ask to look at it. Look at the
Right.
book.
Mhm.
Make sure. Well, if you plan to buy
Yeah.
it, make sure you look
Right.
Yeah, look at the book. Make sure that the book that you're seeing is the book
is
that
what
it
they
is,
say it is. Yeah.
right? And
Right.
at the same time, if sometimes it depends on the book, right?
Yes.
If
What
you ask
Trev
them,
said,
hey,
Paul.
can I see the inside of the book? They ask them if it's okay, and then they'll give you the decision whether you could open it or if they could
Louis.
open it. Because the reality of it is, if you're gonna buy a book and they're selling to you, let's just say they're selling you a book at $100, and you know firsthand that book's a $40 book, why are you
Mhm.
gonna give them $100 for a book?
Right.
Yeah. That's
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
No.
I already expect
No.
the prices to be jacked up a little bit because it's a con. Like I already
Actually, it's
understand.
usually the other way around sometimes.
Really,
Depends on the dealer.
really.
Yeah,
Just
because
depends
it's a
on
con.
the dealers, yeah, sometimes. And also, it does depend on the price of the con. Sometimes you'll see stuff that sometimes you'll see dealers
It's a little higher.
They have stuff priced based on certain cons, and then because they don't necessarily go reprice everything, they said you'll see like bins that have tags on the
same
front that say, like
price.
20% off everything or 10% off
Yeah.
everything or whatever, because that's just how they're doing their blanket price adjustment for that con based on how much it costs. But
Yeah.
you should know.
This is a big question. I'm glad I remembered before we finish. But filming, how does like filming etiquette at a con really work?
It's a
Do I
public
You can
space.
film.
No, I'm just saying. Like, let's say, so walking around, should I be kind of
It's-
not not filming people's faces and blah 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 blah, or like
it's a public
It's
space.
a public place.
There's
You can
Yeah,
no
public.
you should have no expectation of privacy in a public space. Having
Yeah.
said that,
agreed.
however, if there's somebody, it's, so if you're just filming stuff and people are pass by in the
Don't be
shot,
like ragging
no big
somebody's
deal.
face.
But now, if there's a cosplayer there and you're focusing in on her and her revealing outfit and all this other stuff,
Mhm.
it's probably best to get some permission first. Hey,
Right.
do you mind if because you're now featuring a person.
Mhm.
It's courtesy to ask that, right?
And they'll do it. They'll say yes. 9 times out of 10,
Right.
they'll say yes. The cosplayers, definitely. That's what they want.
What about like walking up to a booth or like filming wall
That
books
would
or
be nice.
filming?
Again, usually it shouldn't be a problem in most cases.
Okay.
If they have something,
They'll
will
say
ask-
something.
They may ask you. Like if you go
Mhm.
by Starenko's
Mhm.
booth, expect they're going to tell you. Ah!
Yeah, you can't come over here.
Right.
Well,
Right,
yeah,
right.
that's the other thing. Creators are a little
Right.
different.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Creators, you want to talk. you
My
wanna ask.
suggestion, the only thing about when you go into a booth and filming is just make sure it's not too crowded, because there's some people that will film regardless. And I mean, if you're already carrying something around and it's super crowded, I mean, it just looks bad on you. kind of
Right,
thing.
it's more of an
Yeah.
annoyance.
Yeah.
Same thing with
Bring
like
an extra
Artist
battery
Alley
pack.
or something. Can
Yeah,
I
That's
just
true.
battery
It
pack. If you're gonna
depends
be
on what
Yeah.
you're doing, right? So if you've seen like my couple ones I've done recently, like
Uh-huh.
because I do these walkthroughs, right? I was
Right.
walking through and passing by and scanning what's there.
Mhm.
That
Yeah.
there's no issue with that whatsoever.
What is
a lot
up,
of,
JLS?
a lot of times they're going to wave and stuff on there because
They
it's
like
safe. They like getting their name out there,
Right,
whatever
right,
they're
right.
gonna do it as or whatever
Mhm.
it is.
And 9 times
Yeah,
out of 10, if
but-
I'm filming a booth, I'll be like, "Hey, what's your guys' name? If you want to plug yourself, feel free to plug yourself. I got a
Yeah.
YouTube channel. Blah 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 blah."
And most everybody
of the
at
time, they're really respectful. Yeah.
Yeah, most everybody at a con, because everybody's there for
Everybody's-
the same passion,
right.
you know. So everybody has like the same mindset that you're already kind of friends, so there's not that, animosity and stuff like that. So at the most, you're gonna have somebody that might look away if you're filming or something like that.
The only
This is a
thing
place
I will
where
say,
probably 20% of the people there will have a camera on at some point.
Yeah, exactly.
So it's not like you're going to be the only one. So
You'll have cameras
the other
bumping
thing-
into other.
the one thing I will say is like if you go to a panel, that you have to make sure that's allowed. because
Allowed,
That's
yeah.
Usually
I wouldn't
panels
even
are
do
not.
that.
Well,
Yeah,
it depends on the panel. Some panels will let you do it.
Oh
Yeah.
yeah, at New York Comic Con, they had a panel for the voice of Master Chief, Stephen Downs. I would 100% have sat through all that. Like I would have
Probably
died.
wouldn't- That you probably wouldn't have been able to record.
Yeah,
And
the only reason you saw it was because he had
he had-
permission.
yeah, he had press passes.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
Mm,
not press pass. He had.
He had
Yeah,
it was
permission.
allowed.
yeah,
It
whatever,
It was
whatever.
allowed.
Yeah.
'Cause
Mhm.
they're doing it because when it comes to the panels,
Yeah,
they're filming it for their channel.
Right.
Uh-huh.
Like New York Comic Con San Diego has their own private channel,
Mhm.
YouTube channel, and that's part of the mission to see it. So if you're in a panel, let's just say, for example, all the time, right? You got the MCU, the DC movies,
Right.
right?
All the drops.
Yeah.
When you see people, they're putting their cameras
Leaking.
like
Mhm.
you
Yeah.
can tell it's on their lap.
Those are always the
right?
best leaks from New York Comic Con, are the lap videos.
So those are leaked footage, and then
Mhm.
they get pulled down within a day or two.
Right.
Yeah.
But everybody's
Because
already
they
seen them.
At that point, or somebody record it over them.
Right.
So
Facts.
that they could put it up. So
Yep.
the panels are the one things that on the panel, of course. And if it's a big panel, you're not going to be able to record it. They're going to literally tell you can't do it, and they'll tell you.
Mhm.
But as
Another-
far as the floor, yeah, you could do the floor.
Another suggestion I would say in this case scenario, because you're going with such a big group of known, you know most of everybody that's going,
Mhm.
I would kind of talk to everybody and find out who's not really like hunting, who's really not like looking for a signature, who's just going for a vacation kind of thing.
Mhm.
I would latch onto them, because they're not going hunting. You don't have to worry about bothering them, because they're just going for like an experience to meet the people, that kind of thing. If that person exists, that would be another, to have like a con buddy, somebody that you
Well,
could bother.
So I'm gonna have shout out to my girlfriend. She's gonna be the pro cam filmer or whenever I'm like hunting or doing stuff like that. But like that's what I hope for. I hope there like we can click up with some groups and stuff like that and roll around together, because that's really what I'm going for, is just the experience and
Now,
meet everybody
here's
and
a
hunt
question
around.
I have. I have a question, Dirt. In regards to your recording, what are you planning to use as your device to record?
My phone. I film in 4K. I film all my videos off my phone.
Then I suggest getting a microphone of some kind.
Yeah, like one of the clip-on ones or an
Yeah, you can
earbud.
get a, yeah, you can get no, you can get like a clip, or you could even do these. But
Or I was just gonna do what Rob does and run music over it.
Yeah, if you're just gonna
if
shoot
you're just
B-roll
gonna show,
footage,
yeah, B-roll,
then
that's
you
different.
don't need a mic or whatever.
And I can
But if you
also
want to have
with
conversations, a
well,
microphone is always helpful.
right, with my program that I use to edit, I can always upload
Dub
that.
over.
I
Yeah.
can dub over it too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So,
Anything like that, that's
mhm.
fine. But if you're gonna do like interviews and
Conversation.
stuff,
Oh,
if you're
mhm.
gonna try to do interviews and stuff, it's a different ball of wax. And that's
Right.
where like I was actually unfortunately like this thing that this DJI cam.
That's what I wanted to get.
It
But
actually has some pretty decent mic pickup.
Mhm.
I've actually been surprised by it. Although I also have a clip-on lavalier
Yeah.
that connects to it as well. But
Yeah, I got a wired one because I could use it as an actual microphone, and we could talk to whoever we're talking to like that, and then I could get that full volume of it, and then of course clean it up in the editing software
Mhm.
afterward. But yeah, if you're gonna use your phone, then what your phone's gonna pick up is gonna be everybody talking around you.
Yeah, it
Right.
won't have any kind of noise cancellation or
that's why I like using it for. Like I said, when I do the B-roll on it, I like to then keep it. I'll drop that volume, that ambient volume down, so it's
Yeah,
just
just get
there
rid of
under
it.
the background, so you kind of
Mhm.
hear some noise. But then I put the music over it. You know, so that way you're getting the.
I think that would be my best bet, is running the music over it.
Yeah.
Yeah, con Wi-Fi bring. Yeah,
Yeah.
upload
Yeah.
stuff. Yeah, that's like I got a couple. I got like
I wouldn't
Another
even recommend.
another
gigs
cool
of
thing is
memory
like
cards,
for your algorithm. This is for your algorithm. When you record something, do your shorts, man. Get those shorts
Mhm.
out there. Like you.
Oh,
you do
yeah,
something,
for sure.
Get out there because
Mhm.
people are clamoring for that stuff now, right?
Right.
So if you put something like I was at Heroes Con 3 months ago, no one's gonna care about it. But if you put something else, I'm at Heroes
Right.
Con, people are like, oh, let's see what's going on in Heroes Con. Those people that are
Mhm.
interested would do that. So that's another little tidbit there.
I was gonna talk about the new comics, but I just noticed it was 7:15. But that's good because I wanted to talk about
One
all
new
the
comic. One new comic.
The only comic I'm gonna talk
The
about
only
is
one.
Void Rivals. So that's
The
so shout out to Rups Comics. They're my comic shop in Fremont, Ohio. They have a 1 in 1,000 version. They're getting a 1 in 400 and stuff like that. They're getting some dope covers. The Chris Rupp, he's buddies with Robert and with Alex Ross, and he's really connected. So anytime there's exclusives, they get it. But from what I've heard, so it's going to start out with a Transformers and G.I. Joe shared universe somehow, but there's also going to be multiple other shared universes that are going to...
So, share a little something with you guys.
What's up?
Skybound.
Mhm.
I already know something because wink wink, I have access to the book. It's simple. It's just since we already spoiled it, it is a Transformer.
Mhm.
Period.
Right.
The bigger thing is that it has a low print run right now,
Mhm.
Yeah.
and B that it has a low because it was a sleeper.
Mhm.
I'm gonna this the FOMO of the year.
Yeah, I was talking about it a couple
It's
weeks
gonna
ago.
It's gonna be the FOMO of the year. I almost.
I'm buying it for the story. That's where I'm at. I'm a story reader.
So
Yeah.
the story is good. The story has a
Yeah.
good starting point.
Yeah.
It's Kurtman, right? What did you say? But it is a Transformer thing,
No, I'm buying it for Lorenzo Di
Yeah.
Felici.
and the artwork's clean. It's nice and clean. I like
Promo,
it.
baby.
Nice.
Yeah, it's
But
nice.
yeah,
and clean,
I'm hyped for it.
But it is definitely the book of the week. And
Yeah, I just pick up an issue of it is what I recommend.
there's actually the other one that I would say suggest to pick up is Battle Chasers, because
Yeah.
that's
Sound
Joe Man
familiar.
returning.
Oh yeah.
It's a comic they've been working on for like 10 years, and it's
Well,
finally.
the comic book came out about I think longer than 10 years. But Joe Mandarin, he was huge back then. Now he ended up doing Darksiders, the video game and stuff like that. He went into gaming. Now he's returning back. He's a writer now. He's just writing the story. He has a different artist doing it. That book is cool. There's a Campbell cover, which is really nice. So that
America.
one you might, yep, that one you might want to pick up, and then there's a whole bunch of retailer exclusives. But out of those books, Void Rival is going to be the big one.
Right. Yeah, my
I
Let
can
me
my
see.
literally
comic shop, my
imagine how it's
comic
going to
shop
go.
I could
is my.
tell you what will show up on the top 10 list next week with guarantee. Hold on, let me, because Void Rivals, he's right about that.
That's gonna be
That,
on there.
but let me tell you, its rival will be something epic number two, and it
Yes.
depends on which variant you go for. But I'm quoting the Back to the Future to be the hot. I think that will be the sought after
It's an
cover.
Nice.
indie week.
Is it a
It's
poster
definitely an
homage?
indie
Movie
week.
It's a
poster
big
homage?
indie week. A big, huh?
Is it a movie poster homage one?
Yeah, and I think it's
Okay.
from Back to the Future one because they did
Nice.
I think they're doing a couple. They're doing an action figure variant. They're doing the
Sick.
Back to the Future, and they're doing a third movie variant, but I can't remember. Maybe somebody in the chat. Another big one from me. I don't know if it's going to be like a ha book, but Click Click Boom from Doug Wagner,
Yeah,
same guy who
I
did.
heard some cool stuff about Click Click Boom.
Because Click
I
Click
was
Boom, he's stepping out of his normal team because he's
yeah.
been the same guy who did plush and vinyl and plastic. So this is like
Plush was sick.
separate from that team, and it's the first time that he's written separately from I think in
All I'm
like
thinking
20
is
years.
Saliva, man. That Saliva
Saliva.
song, click 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 click
Click
boom, man. That
Click
song.
Boom. Hell yeah!
That's all I'm gonna be
Right.
hearing.
But all right, my
Ghost.
dudes, my back is starting to kill me. So let's spotlight you boys and let's wrap it up on out of here before my back falls apart. Mike, you go first.
I will be on Phil's Treehouse trivia show. Coming up this next weekend on Sunday. I will be battling it out with Tylox the Mighty, Mr. Loxy Brown himself. After that, it's just reviews and stuff like that. I will be dropping a Punisher review, which is more like another one of my Evils chats kind of thing, where I'm more talking about it versus reviewing it. And that's about it.
Nice, nice. How about you, my good sir?
Well, really, because I'm not going to be, there's no only slaps on Saturday. I will have my regular content of Monday mail call,
I ain't got no
which
back.
this week's going to be some huge box that I got for $85 shipped of some amazing freaking books inside. Thursday, there's $100 mystery box, which maybe I shouldn't have bought. And then I don't know if I'll have anything recorded for Saturday or not, but I do have the following week's Monday mail calls in the can. I'm joined by Freaky Louie as I open up a major modern key, along with some wins from, say, like a recent win from the Izzyverse, and
I was just
That was a
wondering about that one.
thick boy.
Yeah, well,
Sick one.
Nice.
I was just gonna ask. Like, did you get
Nice.
it?
yeah, no, I got it, and I got some. It'll be a part of next, 2 mail calls from now, and then we do return the Saturday following Heroes Con. We return to Only Slabs with Dragon Ink Comics, who's got a incredible Golden Age faucet collection, huge into Captain Marvel and stuff, just a crazy collection.
Nice. And how about you, my man?
So I might end up being at Week's End tonight over at Legion of Comics. We're going to be talking about Transformers, but you can find me in the Izzyverse NYC, as you can see right there. This Monday, we're going to be talking about Void Rivals. We'll talk a little bit
Nice.
about Transformers and all the other books. Black Panther's coming out this week. A new
Yep.
#1 for Black Panther's coming out, and we'll talk about all the new and trending books. Obviously, a lot of Spider-Man still in the trending list, and throughout the week, I'll have some other stuff. I'm gonna open that Pops Attic, that AOK that I won, and I got some more stuff on the horizon. So who knows what's gonna pop up? Sketchy
Nice.
show is gonna be next week though, so
Nice.
we'll do a
Nice.
sketchy show, and I get to enjoy Father's Day while you guys in Heroestown. I'm gonna be in a park on a hammock.
Just
So-
think, you could
Eating
do
hot
you could be
dogs.
live during Saturday during most of the day and have no competition.
And
Well,
Sunday. I won't be there either.
Actually,
But you have no
there'll
one
be
to watch you either.
competition. You guys,
Yep.
you guys better be throwing in some live streams, man. I know there'll be some live streams somewhere. But we'll,
Yeah,
we'll
see.
have
Some 2 a.m.
Shorts.
drunken live streams.
we'll have
You better
we'll
be.
definitely do some shorts. There'll be a quick flash
sure.
review because because Flash is coming out, so I'll definitely have a quick Flash review. So all that, check it out. Izzy vs. NYC comic.
Nice. Just want to shout out Big B McFly, the comic guy. Hopefully you're having a beautiful day. I appreciate you catching at the tail end. And yeah, bro, I don't have. I'm on a big ass bar stool, so my desk sits up really high. I always look at flea markets for like a really good chair, but I'm just gonna have to end up ordering one of those like nice gaming chairs at some point because that's the only thing that kind of it's gonna work for me. So I have, you already showed it, but I have a mail call on Monday, dropping an unboxing from Scotty Vaughn tomorrow, and then I'm going to be filming I'm going to be filming a couple videos Monday and Tuesday just to have something to go up. But I appreciate everybody watching my gaming content. It really means a lot to me. That's my heart and soul, so I've been dropping more of that. Appreciate you rocking out with that. If you want to buy any books, I still got like 2 or 3 short boxes. I don't have to sell, but I would like to sell. So either way, hit me up on Instagram. It would help me out. But like I said, we're all going to be at Heroes Con, so I hope everybody stays safe. Yeah. I appreciate you guys rocking out with me.
One last thing, I forgot to
What's up, bro?
We got a giveaway tomorrow. So we're going to be doing Batman Flash giveaway.
There you go. So
there's going to be some OA in there.
Nice.
Giveaway, so.
Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday. If I miss your guys' lives or videos or anything, I'm sorry. Like I said, I'm gonna be down at Heroes, so I'm gonna be kind of unplugging a little bit. But follow me on Instagram. Make sure you follow me here. I'm gonna be dropping a bunch of content and stuff just to kind of catch up with all the homies. Anybody catching on the recap, I love you guys. People in the chat, my panel, I love you guys to death. I can't wait to meet my new family, my extended family, so it means a lot to me. So I appreciate you guys, all the support, and when I get back from Heroes, that's when I'm going to be announcing what my 1K giveaway is, so look for that to come. So again, we're going to wrap it up. I love you guys to death. Stay positive. Let's get into that new week and get to it. And as always...
Heroes.
Yes, sir. I hope you guys find what you're looking for. But before we bounce, we got to say what's up to Black Crown Comics. Hello, my man. And I appreciate you for hopping in at the end.
Countdown.
Dance your way out.